Mr. Chairman, the annual intelligence authorization bill, I do believe, is one of the most important bills that will pass in the House each year. I want to thank my ranking member, Mr. Ruppersberger. We sat down at the beginning of January and decided that matters of national security were too important for infectious partisan debate and rhetoric. And we decided that we would work out through every cause as congenially as possible and agree where we could on every matter that we had a difference moving forward on, again, matters of intelligence and matters of national security. I think the product we see on the floor today reflects that commitment and that working relationship, and I want to commend Mr. Ruppersberger and the entire committee on the House Permanent Select Committee on Intelligence for their work, their cooperation, and their commitment to our national security to the United States. We recently saw the successful mission against Osama bin Laden. Our intelligence professionals remain on the front lines in America's defense against our enemies. For the last 6 years, Congress has failed to pass a bona fide intelligence authorization bill with funding authorities. Instead, yearly appropriations bills have simply deemed intelligence funding to be authorized. We must, and I think we agree in a bipartisan way, stop that trend and stop it this year. The continued success of our intelligence community requires effective and aggressive congressional oversight. Such oversight can only be achieved if we get back in the habit of meeting our responsibility of passing an intelligence authorization bill every year. Mr. Chairman, we have men and women scattered all across this globe who are engaged daily in sometimes often very dangerous work of collecting information to provide our policymakers and our warfighters the information they need to defeat our enemy. From trying to catch spies here in the United States by our FBI, to recruiting people who want to cooperate and help the United States on tough issues like nuclear proliferation or terrorism efforts targeted against us or our allies, these folks log countless hours, risk their lives, spend times away from their family, and deserve our praise and our commitment that we'll work with them to give them the tools that they need to be successful. I can't think of a more important time in our history where I've seen intelligence play such an important role in our world affairs. The world is changing before our eyes, and our intelligence community is providing us the information we need not just to be safe, but to make good decisions on what that world looks like and what our national interests are, country by country, region by region. I'm particularly pleased that this bill has such strong bipartisan support. The legislative provisions are intentionally limited to focus our attention on providing necessary resources to the men and women of the intelligence community as provided in the classified annex. The secrecy that is a necessary part of our country's intelligence work requires that the Congressional Intelligence Committees conduct strong and effective oversight on behalf of the American people, and that strong and effective oversight is possible. But without that annual intelligence authorization bill, the bill that we will pass today, Congress must get back in the habit of passing that bill every year. We make important commitments in this bill, Mr. Chairman, for the priorities of the intelligence community. Technology has fused in the intelligence collection like I've never seen it, and its increase is exponential over the last 10 years. We make important investment in the new technologies that allow our intelligence officials and professionals to do the work they need to do. It makes them more effective, and it also makes the investment in the people who oversee that technology even more important. We make that important investment in this FY11 intelligence authorization bill as well. Nothing brings that home like the broad scope of what we saw participate in the Osama bin Laden event of last Sunday. Every single intelligence agency, and I do mean every single one, played a part in that operation. From collecting small bits of information, from putting that piece together, signals intelligence, satellite intelligence, MASN intelligence. All of those things came together over the course of 10 years. And I credit George Bush and his administration for assembling this new intelligence community that really started after 9/11, and President Obama for making the authorization and the continued policies that allowed us to have that information to go after Osama bin Laden. It was really quite an impressive thing. Both administrations deserve credit for that. And I would hope that today the people of the House of Representatives would celebrate that victory and all the work of the unsung heroes who work in the shadows by passing this FY11 bill so they can get about the business of protecting the United States. I appreciate again this bipartisan consensus, and I would ask and reserve the balance of my time.